No, why would I do that? So, what do you want to play? Or just random stuff online?
Why don't you use OBS?
What? I'm using OBS.
You can change the title in OBS.
No, I can't. Not in this version.
Because it sucks. Wow, so poor quality.
What?
Your screen.
Well, excuse me then. I get my stuff for free. I don't buy things, that's why.
Oh, you buy things.
No, not these type of things.
Not useful stuff.
I have some useful stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think you do.
Beats over. If it only worked, that would have been fantastic.
Boom, 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 boom.
So, what do you want to play?
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I should not be humming that. We'll get sued.
Oh, it's more copyrighted than sued. It's so short.
Oh my god. 60 seconds. Why? It's gonna be a short stream.
Well, if it only lasted, it's only the first part that lasts 60 seconds, though. Then we have the whole rest of the game.
The stream lasts. Yeah.
So,
Incredible.
here you go.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Why?
You're
You're the guest. You need to pick. You always pick the game. So come on.
You do. I'm not gonna pick a game.
No, you pick. You always pick the game.
I never pick the game.
Yeah, you do. You
I
pick the game every day.
Play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I join.
I can't play my game here. Oh my god, turn up the... Oh.
What?
That's insane how slow that is. Insane.
Well, excuse me then.
So.
Yeah, what you want to do? Mom is asking if we're going to go up and get food and bring it down.
If you're hungry, you do that.
Well, I haven't eaten today.
Then you probably should.
Should. Not that hungry.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a test.
Okay. Driver's license?
Your keyboard is so far away.
Well, you can drive it towards you.
Am I a hoarder tease? That is not what we're looking for. Order.
Test.
Test. Compulsive hoarding quiz.
I'm gonna get a yes on that one.
Okay, so you're gonna go get food?
Hmm?
Aren't you gonna go get food?
And you do this? I asked my mom what food was, because if it's easy to get down, I can take it down.
They talked about tacos.
Do they?
Yeah, you're a little busy. And I'll take the test in the meantime. And we'll see.
See if you're a hoarder.
If I'm a hoarder.
Okay. I'll bet not.
Well, you might be surprised.
Oh, let's see. I'm definitely a hoarder.
You should move everything further that way.
That way?
No, that way. You should know your desk and stuff that way.
It's not that much space.
Are you joking?
That way.
Are you joking?
I have another desk on the
you
back.
Have so much space.
I have 2 desks.
Go get your food.
2 desks.
Go get your food. Go get your stupid food and I'll take my test. I'll take my hoarder test. I am a... How old am I?
25.
There's feathers on the... Oh, Rachel.
I have chicken dinner.
You use it to type, not store feathers. Yeah. 25. Male. Okay. How much of the living area in your home is cluttered with possessions? Consider the amount of clutter in your kitchen, living room, dining room, hallways, bedrooms, bathrooms. Cluttered somewhat. How much control do you have over urges to get more possessions? Complete. How much control do you have over your urges to save more stuff? Oh, complete control. I throw away almost everything, even sentimental stuff, because I just don't care.
My parents don't expect me to get up there so soon. It was chicken, by the way. I heard them say chicken, not taco.
Oh yeah. How much of your home is difficult to walk through?
Hey.
Because of the clutter.
Your one room, you mean?
How much of your home? Not at all. To what extent do you have difficulty throwing things away? Not at all. How distressing do you find it to throw? Oh, not at all. To what extent do you have so many things that your rooms are cluttered? Just a little. How distressed or uncomfortable would you feel if you could not get or acquire something you wanted? Just a little.
Just depends.
How much does clutter in your home interfere with your social work? Oh, it's not the clutter that does it. How strong is your urge to buy and acquire free things?
Free things?
Not
free
at
stuff?
all. Not
Free stuff.
at all. For which you have no immediate use. Not at all. To what extent does clutter in your home cause you upset or distress? Not at all.
Can you raise up just a little bit? Raise up, not go
Raise
forward.
up? How am I supposed to raise up, Rachel?
Move your legs.
How?
If the cable is stuck in the wheel.
I can do that. Then the cable's stuck. Should have done this earlier, Rachel.
What?
How strong is your urge to save something? You know, oh, not at all. If I don't need it, I don't keep it. How upset or distressed do you feel about your acquiring habits? I don't feel upset at all. Why would I feel upset about wanting stuff? I don't have any habits of getting stuff. How much do you feel unable to control the clutter? Not at all. What kind of questions are these? So this is so easy.
Well,
how much have your saving or compulsive buying resulted financial problems? Not at all. I have enough money. I save my money.
How much have you spent on computers, you say?
So yeah, well, I'm not in financial problems because of it. Yeah, I have spent a lot of money on PCs, I know. But I can afford it. How often do you avoid trying to discard possessions and stuff because it's too stressful or time consuming? How often do I never avoid that. If I play a mobile game too much, I just get rid of it. If I spend too much time playing it. How often do you feel compelled to acquire something you see? When shopping or offered things for free, I never feel compelled to take stuff I get for free. I don't want free stuff. Rachel does, I don't. How often do you decide to keep things that you do not need and have a little space for? 75-inch TV. I never use it. But I'm not gonna throw it away because it's expensive. How often do you decide to keep things that you do not need and have little space for? How often do you decide to keep things that you do not need? Just a little. I don't need a TV, but I want to have it. How frequently does clutter in your home prevent you from inviting people over? Just a little. It doesn't stop Rachel, though.
Well, I always try to tidy.
How often do you actually buy or acquire for free things for which you may have no immediate use or need? Just a little. I don't need anything. That's the thing. So if I buy stuff, it's because I want it, not because I need it. Like, I don't need food either. If I buy it, it's because I want it. How often do you actually buy things for which you have no immediate use? Just a little. Just a little.
Everything's
okay, I'll put
just a
somewhat
little.
on that because I buy stuff, but I don't need it.
Do you want to buy your own ballpoint?
Like immediately. Like my camera, it took 2 years before I actually started using my camera. To what extent does clutter in your home prevent you from using parts of your home for their intended purpose? Yeah, I don't cook in my kitchen. I cook in my bathroom because the kitchen is too messy. Question 23. How often?
If the kitchen is too messy, then it's clutter.
It's not too messy.
And why
I don't
do you
mess.
cook in the bathroom?
I complain about my parents being messy. I let them know. I'm messy too, but at least I know how to stop myself from keeping it messy. I wish my parent does not. How often are you unable to discard a possession you would like to get rid of? What?
Well, when you would
How
like to get rid of it.
How often are you unable to discard a possession
If you
would like to get rid of? So
if you want to get rid of it, then
and I don't.
Then you can get rid of it.
Yeah, I get rid of it no matter what. How often are you unable to discard a possession that you would like to do? I'm not unable. You're completely able. 8. What is that?
4 clutter.
No disorder likely. 0 to 34 and I'm on 8. Okay.
Oh, you can have 61 and up?
Ooh,
oh my god.
Okay. So this is going to be interesting. I am an 8
on
this one. I need to move over. Sure.
Well then. Share this on Facebook. No.
No. Let's see if we can start
Just
this
refresh.
Again. Does that work?
Okay. It should work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck.
Okay, just turn that down. Well, we already know what the outcome is going to be.
Why did you turn it down?
Because I want to be able to control it.
Yeah, you can control it.
There you go.
Oh my god.
What? This is the thing I like.
Oh, that's so slow.
How much of the living area at home is cluttered with possessions? Right now, I'm in the middle of moving furniture, like switching out things. So now it's bad. But let's say in general, let's say in general, I'll say somewhat.
Oh my god. Oh, you're gonna lie to yourself?
I'm saying in general.
You're gonna lie to yourself.
I don't want to have it like this. This is gonna be cleaned out.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of stuff now. Of course it's chaos.
Actually, it was chaos before you started.
Yeah, that's why I started, just so it can become better.
Yeah, but it's not how it's supposed. It's how it is. So almost all.
No,
so that's how it is. Nah.
Okay.
Okay.
How much control do you have over your usage? Urges to get more possessions.
Not at all. You get. Where are all your dice?
I have my wish. They're in.
What
They're
what did you click? What did you click?
I clicked not at all.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I buy stuff. I go on wish on immediately if I want something. Just look at my hair. This was the most expensive thing I've bought.
How much of your home does clutter prevent you from using? prevent you from using.
That doesn't prevent me.
No, you still use it.
Yeah.
Well,
I said just a little.
Because you don't use your bed if there's stuff in your bed, right? So it prevents you
It's
somewhat.
just an excuse to sleep on the couch.
Just a little.
It's just no. I would like to sit in one of the chairs, but they're like full of stuff, so that's actually just a little. How much control do I have over there? Just save more stuff and possessions.
Ooh, not at all.
How much control? None. I keep most everything.
How much of your home is difficult to walk through?
Not at all.
What? Well, that's because you're used to it.
Yeah.
Most and much.
A little.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Most and much, Rachel.
No.
Yeah.
No. When I move stuff where they're supposed to be, it's not gonna be a problem.
It's not about what it's going to be. It's what it is. It's what it is.
Still, no.
I'll
say just a little, because you don't have troubles going through. It's fine. It's fine.
Be honest.
It's fine.
Be honest with yourself.
Then stop clicking.
Click somewhat, at least.
You want me to have a worse score?
Yeah, because I'm pretty tall, and for me, it's really difficult to get through sometimes. Click somewhat. Click somewhat. That's the middle ground.
Still,
click it.
I'm still in the middle right now. It's
It was
chaos.
before. Look at this tight space right here. It's so
Yeah,
difficult
this
to
is
get through.
fine.
Oh no, click somewhat.
No, keep it just a little.
Click.
To what extent do you have difficulty
Click
throwing things
some.
away?
Click somewhat.
I have extreme. I don't throw much away.
Okay, I'm just gonna click somewhat
No.
for you.
What did you press?
Let's skip forwards here.
Well, you're going back to the old score. No, this is my answers.
This is yours, right?
Yeah.
Where was
No, I think so.
So
Yeah.
somewhat.
No, come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna click for
I
me.
can click for you.
No.
Yeah, I can click for you. How distressing do you find it to throw things away?
I'll say considerate. Yeah, second to
Because
biggest.
I think you can get rid of stuff, but so you're not extreme. But
If I'm in the right mood at the exact right moment, then I'll get rid of stuff.
so
But else than that,
considerably is probably right then.
yeah. To what extent?
Because if I threw away a straw, if you have like a plastic straw here,
I did throw away some, like more than half of the things I had about that, but I kept some, so I'll say considerably.
yeah, you still. Oh my god.
Well, it's nice to have a straw.
To what extent
I have
you
a
have
straw
so
in that
many
one.
things that your room is cluttered?
Do you have some things?
Well, I doubt there's a person in the world who has more stuff than you. So.
No, there is.
To what extent do you have so many things that you? Yeah.
I'd say no.
Yeah.
No, not extremely.
Yeah,
Let's say
because if it's not in the right spot, it's completely cluttered.
Do the second to biggest considerably.
Are you lying to yourself?
No, I'm not. When stuff
Fine.
is in like cabinets
Yeah, but
and
you
shelves
still
and
have so
whatnot.
much stuff that if you move one thing, it looks completely messy.
Yeah, because it's filled up with stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's extreme. Because every single inch of this room is filled up with stuff.
Don't look at the windowsill.
No.
Don't look at my
Don't look at your desk.
Four lemon plants. Well, I'm in the middle of doing stuff.
Yeah, right.
Who don't need spray paint on their desk?
Okay, how distressed or uncomfortable would you feel if you could not get or acquire something you wanted?
It depends on what it is.
So would you get frustrated if you wanted something and you couldn't get it?
It depends on what it is. Because I might forget it, that I wanted it even, and then I remember afterwards.
Yeah, because I don't think your problem is getting stuff. I think your problem is keeping them.
Yeah. So just a little to somewhat around there.
How much does cluttering your home interfere with your social or work or everyday functioning?
Not at all.
Nah, because you live and breathe it.
Yep.
How strong is your urge to buy or acquire free stuff?
Free stuff?
For which you have no immediate use. Like
free stuff? Extreme.
Like all
free
of this.
Stuff.
Like all of this.
Dice!
Yeah, you don't need it. You have 4,000 of them already.
I don't have that many. But I'd say
how strong
free
is your
stuff?
urge?
Extreme.
Oh, extreme.
Yeah.
That is extreme.
I love free stuff is the best.
Yeah, even though it's not free. To what extent does cluttering your home cause you upset or distress? Not at all.
A little.
A little.
Yeah.
So you actually get a little frustrated?
I do wish it looked better. That's why I'm redecorating and doing stuff now, because I actually want it to look nice. I don't want clutter to be visible everywhere. So it annoys me a little bit.
Fascinating. How strong is your urge to save something you know you may never use? Oh, can I click what I think it is?
I'm not sure. No, I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Rachel, look around.
Yeah.
Look around.
A lot
Do
of
you
stuff.
use all this stuff?
It's decorations.
Yeah. Decorations are pointless.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Aesthetic.
I would say extreme. How strong is your urge to save something you know you may never use?
Yeah, I usually just pack things in boxes. Let's keep it extreme.
Yeah. Especially if there's a memory connected with it.
Oh, then it's not even going in the box.
No, exactly. Like your noodles.
What?
How upset or distressed do you feel about your acquiring habits? So do you like getting all the wish stuff, or do you wish you could slow down a little?
It's nice with a little surprise in the mail now and then. But I wish I didn't use so much money, so just a little. Just a little? Yeah. I wish I could
because you have
not spend money on that.
A tiny sliver of regret, right?
A little bit.
Of getting every single
I have had stuff in my
you have everything wish ever sold
cart in the wish on a wish, and I haven't bought yet because I'm like, no.
How much control do you have?
Not much.
Not much. That's not at all, or just
the controller clutter.
You have some control. Some.
I'd say considerably.
Somewhat.
Like I know where everything is. Basically.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's messy, but I know where to find stuff.
Somewhat.
Okay. Saying that financial problems.
How much has your saving or compulsive buying resulted in financial problems? Well, it's not
just a little. I have a loan to pay down. I should use the money on that instead of buying all the stuff from Wish.
Okay.
So I said just a little.
Somewhat. The loan is pretty important to pay down.
Fuel is the biggest money stealer right now.
Yeah, but it's kind of not a money stealer.
Yes, it is.
Somewhat, or just a little. Just a little. How often do you avoid trying to discard possessions and stuff because it's too stressful or time consuming?
Stressful as in I don't want to get rid of it? Is the thing?
As in you use it too much. As in it causes you to be stressed. Like if you have a Rubik's Cube and you spend all your time on that one. Yeah. How difficult would it be for you to get rid of it if you use it every day?
It'd be more, but I don't think that's what the.
How often do you avoid trying to discard possessions?
Yeah, because it's too stressful or time consuming
so you
to
don't
tidy
want
up.
to get rid of it. If you know you spend way too much time on it.
I have stuff that is projects that I want to do that I haven't done that's still here. So I wouldn't be able to get rid of it that easily.
Yeah, it's about getting rid of stuff, so that's probably considerably, right? Or extreme.
I'd say considerably.
How often do you feel compelled to acquire something you see when shopping or offer things for free? You feel compelled to get it. I know that.
There is free. I feel compelled to get it. Yeah, I don't always do it.
Even if you see something you want, you know you want it, right?
Yeah, but it depends on the price if I do get it or not.
Or how often do you feel like actually drawn to buying it?
It depends on the price. If the price is too much, I run away. If the price is not,
yeah, but how often do you feel that? It's like when you see the price, you just or is it like sometimes you're like, it's expensive, but
no, I do things sometimes.
So somewhat.
Yeah, let's say somewhat. Sure.
Well, it's for free things.
Let's say somewhat.
Let's say because free things.
I'm slowing down I'm slowing down on the garbage right now.
If you get offered stuff for free, you never say no.
I can.
You sure about
that?
But
it's rare.
Okay. Next question. How often do you decide to keep things that you don't need or have little space for? Like the
They say
treadmill,
extreme. Well, I have
the
space,
treadmill,
but I
pretty
keep
much
stuff that
everything else.
takes up a lot of stuff.
How frequently does clutter in your home prevent you from inviting people to come over or visit? Not at all.
No, I usually tidy up a little bit if I don't fall asleep on the couch the day
What's
before.
possible, that is. Sometimes not even that.
I try.
How often do you actually buy or acquire for free things for which you have no immediate...
I immediate.
Do you have use? What's the use for this?
I haven't even opened them.
Explain.
Oh,
Look,
it's D&D.
It's still
It's
Chinese
D&D.
letters. Extreme. Because you acquire so much even though you don't need it. To what extent does clutter in your home prevent you from using parts of your home for their intended purpose?
Just a little.
Just a little.
Yep.
How often are you unable to discard a possession you would like to get rid of?
But if I want to get rid of it, then it's easier to get rid of it. So
how often are you unable to discard a possession that you like to get rid of?
Just a little, I guess. Sometimes I can't, but usually if I want to get rid of it, I'll get rid of it.
You'd like to get rid of. Yeah. You don't want to get rid of anything, so the question is kind of.
I'll say just a
kind
little.
of moot.
Just a little.
Let's see. I got. Oh, you got 55 only. Okay.
Okay, it's not
hoarding problem likely.
It's not serious.
It's not serious. That's
it's fine.
It's not serious. That's a positive. That's something you can take with you. Oh, there are so many funny tests here. Ooh, fascinating. Schizophrenia?
No.
Maybe you're schizophrenic?
I don't think so.
ADHD? Didn't you get tested for that?
ADD, we checked. Oh. It wasn't positive.
Okay, well, I could have told you that. Bipolar.
I'm not quite sure what that is.
Then that's the perfect test to take. Okay, well, okay, I'll take it first. Am I bipolar? This is gonna be. Well, I know I'm not, so why am I even taking it? Okay, let's just to see you. Where on the scale I am. At times I am much more talkative or speak much faster than you. At times.
At times?
Moderately. Because sometimes I speak too fast, so I stumble when I get too excited. But that's kind of a weird question.
Yeah.
At times. I am very much at times.
But how often, does it come that you speak too much? Is the thing, I guess.
I'll click somewhat. Actually, yeah, somewhat. Oh, when do I actually speak? When do I actually speak? I'll say just a little. I don't speak.
I'll go and get some food because it was right.
Sure. There have been times when I was much more active or did many more things than. Oh yes, quite a lot. I get into moods where I feel very speeded up or not good. Not good. I'm bipolar, guys. This is not a good look. Uh-oh. There have been times when I have felt both high and low at the same time. Sure. What? Is it only 6 questions? No. I've been much more interested in sex than usual. Not really. I've been much more interested in sex. So, what? That's not even the question. Not at all. Just a little. My self-confidence ranges from great self-doubt to equally great Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Quite a lot. Part 2. There have been great variation. That smells good. There have been great variations in the quantity or quality of my... Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I care, I do it really well. If I don't care, I'll make garbage. No, but I still
like
do.
What?
I make sure I do the basics.
Like what would you do? Like garbage?
Well, like when I worked at Kiwi, I always did the bare minimum, so the boss wouldn't.
And still he wanted you
wouldn't
back.
say anything. Yeah. Because I'm so nice, I'm always smiling. The customers love me, Rachel. I was the only reason people went there.
So now it's just gonna be barren. No
oh,
one's
I
gonna go
haven't
there.
been there. I should just stop by someday.
Why? You want to say? You
To
want
say
to
hi
talk
to
to
the
the other?
customers, not the people who work there. Not my old colleagues. Oh. But the people who work there. No, not the people who shop there. Moderately. For no apparent reason, I sometimes have been very Oh, I cannot control my temper. Oh, I have periods of mental dullness and other periods when I'm, quite a lot. At times, I'm greatly interested in being with other, and at times I just want to be left alone with my thoughts. Here's the thing, I don't really have the need to see other people. I don't really have that urge. You know, when I was out waiting for you, I met one of the guys I went to high school with.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, we're talking. I tried to be nice. I was nice. I'm always nice.
So I guess he went up to you then?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but I didn't really feel like, I want to talk. At times I greatly, I don't have the need to see other people.
Oh, I know.
I could stay in prison. I've actually thought about that when I was younger. Like, on purpose, break the law and go to prison. Just get everything for free and just, you know.
You live at home, you already get stuff for free.
Yeah, it's already a prison here, right? I've had periods of great optimism, of course I have. And other periods of equally great pessimism. Yeah. Oh, of course, very much. Well, quite a lot. Because there's not that much optimism. I usually go straight for negative things. I have had periods or tearfulness, whatever that means.
Tearfulness?
I have had periods of tearfulness and crying, and other times when I laugh and joke excessively. Moderately. I don't really cry that much. Oh, I cried yesterday. I watched a YouTube video and I started to cry. I was bad. And I was sitting there like, you know what? Just let it flow. Just let it flow. But I don't cry on real sad stuff though. Only fake sad stuff.
That's not good.
Nah, somewhat. I never laugh and joke excessively. Just a little.
I think maybe once I got like tears in my eyes.
38? Wow, that's not good. Rachel, that's not good. Well, that's actually surprising. Moderate to severe symptoms?
Really?
What? Apparently I'm bipolar.
From what that test can tell you?
So, bipolar disorder likely is 35 and I'm on 38? That is fascinating. Fascinating. Okay, this is the right one. You're not bipolar, right?
I don't know.
Okay,
I have some things in there that
you just answer.
Okay.
How old? Oh, did you type in how old you are?
No. I'm 2 years. I'm 2 years younger.
On
It
the
shouldn't be a
first one?
problem. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Oh, so you were a male last time.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Like, you're not 0.
I'm above 0. Yeah.
Old female. Do you speak much faster than usual sometimes? Not really, I would say. Someone, just a little.
Let's say...
Because I have noticed you get excited sometimes and you'll really start blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but I don't get excited that often.
Pretty much every time we're live.
Well, if you talk to me then, yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, at least.
Just a little.
I say much more than that in somewhat.
There have been times when I was much more active or did much more stuff than usual.
Yeah.
Quite a lot, not really. I wouldn't say very much.
Before, there was a lot. Like, I had musical theater on Mondays, I had violin on Tuesdays, I had dancing and singing on Wednesdays, I had writing and more violin on Thursdays, I had the Christian club on Fridays.
Okay, very much.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I get into moods where I feel speeded up, it should be sped up, or irritable.
Sure. If I'm already irritable?
It's not no apparent reason, but you just feel like you feel like you need to do something. You're aggressive and you feel like...
I'm not aggressive. That's not me, but I feel like I have to do something. I can't just lie there.
So just a little. There have been times when I have felt both high and low at the same time.
No.
Really?
It's one or the other.
So not at all? Just a little? You sometimes you felt like, oh, I'm in such a sad situation, but you just feel like you're not that depressed. You feel like, kind of free.
I wouldn't say that.
So
but I can quickly change, I guess.
Yeah, that's not the question. I have been much more interested in sex than usual.
Well, since until last year, I had nothing. So...
Yeah, but the question is sex than usual. Like, is it... You're like getting obsessed sometimes. When you're just laying on the couch, all by yourself, do you sometimes just feel the need?
Well, I
and
bought
you think like
yet,
every day, and you get completely, and that's all you're thinking. That's kind of the question.
No, it's not.
Because I click not at all.
There's more physical contact.
Because it's more than usual. So I would say I click not at all, and I don't think you're more interested in sex than me. Because I'm.
I don't know. Let's say just say just a little. Yeah.
My self-confidence ranges from great self-doubt to equally great overconfidence.
Yeah, no, I'm not confident whatsoever. I'm just
self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
So not at all.
I'm just the negative on that one.
Number 7. There have been great variations in the quality or quantity of my work.
I would say no. I usually always do the best that I can.
Not at all. There must be some times when you feel like you haven't done your best.
If it's just my stuff, like, if it's like tests at school, I don't do that well. But anything else, I do good.
Okay, so not at all. For no apparent reason, I sometimes have been very angry or hostile. Okay.
No. I have a reason.
Well, I have periods of mental dullness or other periods of very creative thinking. Like sometimes you feel drained and sometimes you feel like you have to do something creative.
Yeah. I don't know, somewhat too. Yeah.
At times I'm greatly interested in being with people, and at other times I just want to be left alone with my thoughts.
It's like very much on that one.
Where is that?
All the way on the bottom.
Okay, so sometimes you want to be
sometimes
left
I
alone.
really want to be with someone, and sometimes
you really want to be alone.
Yeah.
Okay. I have periods of great optimism and other periods of equally great pessimism.
No, I don't have that much optimism.
Okay, but sometimes? You just little? You must feel optimistic sometimes.
It's rare these days.
I have had periods of great optimism.
Like, the thing is, when I get a shiver of optimism, I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. Stop it. Stop hoping.
Okay, then. I've had periods of tearfulness and crying, and other times when I laugh and joke excessively.
I'm not gonna laugh and joke.
Excessively. So you cry excessively, and you joke and laugh excessively.
Also not at all.
Like a crazy person.
Okay, let's just a little, maybe.
Okay. What? Well done.
16.
Well done.
I'm not bipolar then.
Possible depressive disorder. I gotcha. Well, let's just forget what my test said.
Laughing on my score.
Depression test. Oh, there's no need for that. Eating disorder. This is fascinating. Let's take eating. I know I have eating disorder.
Yeah, probably me too.
25-year-old male. Have you had a desire to desire for yes, all the time. For a flat stomach. All the time.
Oh yeah, ditto.
Have you felt fat almost every day? I don't feel fat all the time. I used to feel that all the time, but now I feel it quite a lot, probably. Well, this is not. This is for what's it called? Eating disorder where you get skinny. What is that called? It started with the A. Anorexia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the opposite. Overeating, which is my problem.
Same.
Has your shape or weight influenced how you think or judge your? Yeah. Let's change that. No, quite a lot is fine. Have you gone for long periods of time, 8 hours, without eating anything? I don't know. In order. Oh, I went 10 days without eating anything at all. I just drank water and chocolate milk. That's all I did.
Chocolate milk?
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
No, but I needed something, when you get the. But I started drinking. It was just in the beginning when I felt the need to have something to get down. But after a while, the need goes away. So, have I done that? Quite a lot. How often do you feel uncomfortable seeing your body in a mirror? Oh, I love staring at myself. Actually, that is not a problem. I'll say just a little, because I don't see myself. I don't see my physical self. I see my imaginary self. Have you had a definite fear of losing control? A fear? No, because when I eat, I don't fear eating. I fear something else. Like there's a reason for overeating, right?
Yeah.
So all fat people have a problem. That's what I believe. They have something that they don't have. That they don't have admitted yet.
Yeah.
Have you had a definite fear of losing control over it? I would say I had it. Oh, I have. Okay, almost every day, actually. I think about it.
Yeah, I would say that.
How often do you eat in secret? Oh, no. Now we're getting to the scary part. How often do you eat in secret? If you had seen the pile of the ice cream sticks on my desk now, I bought another 20 pack.
Why?
And people started, I told you, people started eating from that too. But I was gonna drain them.
Yeah, you said so.
But there was only 4 left. Because someone had been eating a lot, so I just thought, okay, I'll just eat the last 4. Fuck it. So, what was the question again? How often do you eat in secret? All the time. Not counting binge eating episodes. Okay, so not when I ordered 12 bags of chips from the internet. Okay, so that doesn't count.
What? No. What?
I don't.
Binge eating episodes?
It doesn't count. So when you're not binge eating.
That should still count.
No, it's like how often do you eat it and just go and take some stuff all the time. So I don't actually do that. When I eat, I eat. So moderately. Oh, quite a lot. I eat in secret a lot. Actually, quite a lot, or almost every day. It's actually almost every day, isn't it? How dissatisfied have you been with your weight or body shape?
You said you wanted to go down in weight.
Yeah, but it's not because I'm dissatisfied. It's because I want to feel like I felt 2 years ago. Because you don't know that you're in better shape than you have been until you actually go back to being in worse shape. So, almost, quite a lot. How dissatisfied have you been with your body? Not much recently. Have you been deliberately trying to limit the amount of food you eat or influence to shape or weight? Or whether you... Oh, all the time. I'll limit the amount of food I eat.
You try.
You
have tried, but...
I told my mother earlier this week that don't buy food for me this week.
Why?
So they have not bought food for me this week. But that doesn't mean I haven't been eating.
That's not a good thing.
I have still been eating.
No, that's not. Because then you'll just buy your own food.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not good.
Have you had the desire?
Why?
Have you had the desire to have an empty stomach with the aim of influence? Yeah, almost every day. Today I haven't eaten anything today. Yeah.
You said you had.
Yeah, I did when I waited for you. But it was just panini, so it's not that much. But it's fine. How concerned have you been about other people seeing you eat? But that's not about.
No, you hate.
Yeah.
Letting people see you eat.
People should not see me eat. I don't want people staring at me when I'm eating. Like you right now.
What?
When you're eating and we are watching you eat.
Well, I'm off camera. I'm leaning back when I eat like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. How often do you feel uncomfortable about others seeing your shape or figure, e.g. at the gym, in a locker room, while swimming? Oh, I had trouble on that when I was a kid. And that got me in a lot of trouble.
How so?
Quite a lot.
How so?
Quite a lot. Story for another time. Have you tried to exclude from your diet any foods? Have you tried to exclude from your diet any foods that you like in order to influence? Yeah, quite a lot. How many fucking questions? Oh my god. Have you had a definite fear that yes, gain weight? Do I have fear of gaining weight? Yeah, I do. Do I try to stop it? Yeah, I do. Am I able to stop it? No. Have you tried to follow
at least let's start going into
rules regarding your eating? Calorie limit? Not at all. Somewhat. I don't care about calories. It's like when I'm gonna lose weight, I just stop eating. That's the easiest way.
No, because then when you start eating again, you're just gonna get it all back.
No.
Yeah, that's how the body works. If you stop eating, the body's gonna be like, oh no, I need to.
I was sick for a week. I didn't eat for a week. And then I just puked and puked and puked. I didn't drink anything. I lost 10 kilos that week. And after that, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm not gaining this weight again. So like, okay, I'm just gonna eat one slice of bread a day. That's it. So I didn't gain it. That's when I started to lose weight after I was sick and lost like everything in a week. Have you eaten then felt guilty because of its impact? Not because of its impact. Mostly because it's not that good. Like when I'm eating a bag of chips and I see like there's some chips left in the bag. I'm like, do I really need to eat the last ones? They're not that good. Fuck this. So have I felt guilty? Somewhat. Has thinking about your shape Well, it's not about my shape or weight. That is the reason. It's more about the mental state, I think. That made it very difficult to concentrate on things you are interested in. I am working, following conversation, reading. I don't want to read. I don't want to work. I don't want to follow a conversation. I don't want any of these things. Has thinking about your shape made it difficult? No. No. How much would it have upset you if you had been asked to weigh yourself once a week for them? I don't know. I would gladly weigh myself.
Really?
Yeah.
You said I was brave for doing it when I went to the course thing. No, that was the extra thing that read everything. Like bone density and everything like that.
I step on the scale almost every day.
That's not good.
Yes, it is. Because then you know if you can eat dinner that day or not. Like, if you gained weight, you, trust me, you have the feeling like, oh no, I'm not going to eat any dinner today.
I haven't stepped on a weight in forever because I don't dare.
It was a really good habit. It was a really good habit. You step down the weight scale. It's called every day. Have you had a strong desire to lose? Yeah, of course, all the time. Has thinking about food, eating, or calories made it difficult to concentrate on things you are interested in? Well, I'm still not interested in those things, but yeah.
Like that's just
There's
examples.
sometimes when I was at work, I was like, oh, I want something. I want something. Quite a lot. This is a
4.05?
What does that mean? Because this is a weird one.
Is possible at risk.
Yeah, but I think this is a test for anorexia. Because it should be like a scale.
Yeah.
Well, let's just read it. Based upon your responses to this screening measure, people who score similar to you may have been suffering from eating disorders such as anorexia, bulimia, or binge eating. So basically everything. Oh, that's a stupid test. Grief. Are you griefing?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Mood tracker? What is that?
I don't know.
No.
You have to log in.
No. Well, we don't want to log in.
Nah.
Okay, it was just that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Because it's
Dr. Phil's personality test. Fuck no.
What?
Fuck Dr. Phil.
What's wrong with
he's
Dr.
a
Phil?
retard.
What?
He says like, he said something really stupid about the fucking pandemic.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to
retard.
stuff.
He's such a phony. Psych Central personality tests. No, thank you. Extroversion, introversion. That's no need to take that.
Yeah, no.
Because we are both extremely introverts, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. Except for I can stand on a stage in front of a lot of people and not have any problems.
Yeah, same
I
as me.
can't speak though.
Oh, I can do that. I have no
can
problem
speak,
going on
that's-
stage. A stage is no problem.
Yeah, stage is easy.
I could go and dance and sing on a stage. That's no problem.
Like the stage is not
But on the
that
street,
personal.
I just go quietly.
Yeah, I'm sad.
Paranoid? No. Psychopath? No. Self-esteem? Okay. There's some fun ones here. Let's start with the self-esteem one. Most people around me seem to have a better life. Oh, yeah. Pretty much the hobo living under the bridge has a better life than me. That's not Corona. Relax. It's not Corona. Being myself guarantees that people will dislike me. Oh, actually not. People have a tendency to like me. Huh. Disagree. I'm afraid of being rejected by my friends. Agree. Rejection. Oh, I hate rejection. Okay. If I don't do as well as others, it means that I'm an inferior person. Somewhat. I don't know. I usually look down on people. I could disappear from the surface. Oh yes. I feel worthless and useless. Yeah. Because I pretty much am. There's no hiding that. I will never amount to anything. Probably correct. I think I'm a failure. Somewhat. I will never be as skilled or as smart as I should be. Oh, that's true. I like being myself? Sure. What does this say? What does this say? That's a lot of reading. Your results indicate that you have relatively low self-esteem. Essentially, you got yourself trapped in a vicious cycle. Oh, that's true. That is true. If you believe yourself to be worthless, this will cause you to think and behave in ways that only justifies this disorder and false view. Like binge eating. Like binge eating. Like binge eating. And Rachel, stop commenting. Rachel. Rachel. Stop it. Stop commenting on your own stream. Chances that you are quite frustrated with the situation and would like to change. Self-esteem is key to happiness and success. A poor sense of self will make it difficult to find the courage and pursue a career you desire. Yeah, it is true. That's true. So 27. Club 27. Okay. The good news is that you can work and build your self-esteem. You can start right now. You'll certainly be glad you made the effort. Yeah. True. True. That is true. That is true, Rachel.
I'm back.
Are you ready to take your self-esteem test?
Oh yeah, let's get 0 on it. Or whatever's the worst.
I got 27. That was pretty bad. It was on a scale from 0 to 100.
Okay.
Most people around you seem to have a better life than you do.
I'd say yeah. Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Being myself guarantees that people will dislike me. I don't think you think that.
No.
Because it's just that you're afraid to be yourself. Probably, like me.
Yeah.
Because people have a tendency to like me when I'm actually being myself.
Yeah, I don't think people would dislike me,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
let's disagree.
Because we actually have IQ, people. We have IQ. We have a high one. Disagree, strongly disagree. You know they will like you, or you think most will like you.
I think they're just like, yeah, she's okay. So I disagree.
Disagree.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of being rejected by my friends.
I'd say strongly agree.
Strongly agree.
Yeah.
If I don't do as well as others, it means that I'm an inferior person.
My inner voice says yes.
Your inner voice says
because I got
strongly?
nothing.
Strongly, or so you're an inferior person
well
to someone.
others.
So okay, inferior or strongly.
I'm not sure. It's between those top two.
Because you really think that if someone's rich,
Okay, I agree then. Okay, I agree. But it's
because you think they're a better person
as
than you.
well. Like in doing things.
Because I see some people who like have everything, have a car, and I just think, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm not them. It was like that. I could disappear from the surface on Earth and nobody would notice.
Yeah, no one would know. No one would care.
What did I think I put that? You put that too?
I saw
Like,
what you put. That's
yeah,
what I commented.
Like one person doesn't count, so it has to be more than like a couple of people.
Well, if I only know a couple of people, then...
So I'm the only one who would notice. And you feel worthless and useless.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Strongly
Definitely.
agree?
Yeah. I'm worthless. I'm useless.
I will never amount to anything or anyone significant.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, agree.
Agree?
No, yeah, strongly agree. No one. Like my eyes hurt.
I think I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Strongly or...
Yeah.
This is going great.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a big failure.
I will never be as skilled or as smart as I should be.
Yeah. Definitely.
So you could have been better.
Yeah. Even the people on DPS said so. That if I just actually wanted to learn, I could actually learn a lot and amount to a lot of things. But since I don't really care,
No.
I'm not.
That's my problem too. I don't care.
I
Just
know,
don't care.
exactly.
I like being myself.
I like being myself. I do that.
Do you wish you could change something though? So like, are you really happy with who you are, or do you just like, no, I'm good with who I am, but there's stuff I want to work on.
I like being myself, but it's stuff I want to work on. So I guess
Disagree?
Middle,
Or
I guess.
somewhat?
I like myself, but I wish I could just do it better. It was too bad of an response.
They don't even want to show you. They don't even want to show you.
Well,
Access denied. It was so bad. Okay, let's try and see.
No.
That one, and then it's pretty much like something like that. I'm afraid of being rejected. Yeah. No, that one was that because you don't think.
I could disappear, yes. And feel worthless, yes.
Do we need to like sign in to get more results?
It shouldn't be.
Okay, but you got worse than me.
Definitely.
That is
Oh,
definitely.
definitely.
Okay.
100%.
Another test. Here we go. Emotional IQ test. This is gonna be fun.
We should have 2 pages up so you can do one and I can do one.
Yeah, okay, let's do that soon.
Yeah. Because then we can read the same question and just say. Copy.
Copy.
Just drag it there.
No.
Okay. Well, that's my glorious test. Nothing. It just knows I'm already.
We can't have 2 open at the same time. Apparently.
No, it's another link.
No,
It's
not.
so much longer.
Copy. Paste. See.
Okay, that's weird.
So it's gonna have to be this one. Emotional IQ. I'll take it quickly. Or you take it first.
Okay.
When I mess up, I say self-deprecating things such as I'm stupid, I'm such a loser, I can't do anything right.
Oh yeah.
Completely true.
Yeah. If I destroy anything at any point of time, yeah, I'm crying in the corner.
I run into obstacles that keep me from reaching my goals.
Well, the obstacle is myself.
So yeah, you do run into obstacles.
So
like,
mostly true. Yeah, okay.
Even when I do my best, I feel guilty about the things that were not done perfectly.
Yeah. I say mostly true.
Mostly true?
Yeah.
I'm able to stop thinking about my problems.
I'm able? No,
Yeah.
I'm not able. So, mostly false, I guess.
Ah, yeah. I'm bored most of the time.
No, I wouldn't. No, mostly false.
Mostly false.
Now and then, but not really.
I feel like I worry about things that other people don't even think about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
When someone I care about is sad, I feel sad too.
Yeah, for sure.
When people make me feel bad about myself, some people make me feel bad about myself no matter what I do.
Yeah, I say mostly true.
Mostly true?
Yeah.
Everything I try to do ultimately ends in failure. I'm not I shouldn't laugh at that. But that's basically what you were saying.
I don't know if it's auto failure, but it's close to.
And it's not that it doesn't have to be true, but it's what you think.
Let's do mostly true because I like the necklaces that I do,
yeah,
and I can do some stuff. I can.
I am not satisfied with my work unless someone else praises it.
No, I can be satisfied. Mostly false.
Mostly also not.
No, well, it's always a confidence boost if someone else agrees.
36. There's some bad news and some good news. The bad news is that your emotional IQ is rather low. Okay.
Is that a good thing?
I'll try.
Having a low emotional is that good or bad?
That's bad. IQ? Emotional IQ is good.
Oh, okay.
That means you can control your emotions.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have difficulties.
When I mess up, I say demeaning things to myself. Here's the thing, deep down I really love myself.
That's just emotions. You say that you don't cry much as well, so...
Oh, but I need to cry. I need to figure out a way to cry. It's not good. It's not good.
No.
I have so many emotions bottled up, locked up, hidden somewhere deep inside, where nobody will ever know. No, I usually don't say. I never say that. Actually, well, I might say it sometimes. I run into obstacles that keep just obstacles. Yeah, but the obstacle is myself. Like you said. So what would that be? Well, coronavirus was kind of an obstacle. My plan was to travel. That was my plan.
So that came in my favor for that sake.
Yeah. So I ran into obstacles somewhat true or false, maybe.
Like, are you able to do what you actually want to do, or is there always something in the way? Because that's the meaning of obstacles.
Yeah, but I run into obstacles that keep me from reaching my goals.
Yeah. You said you wanted to go out and take pictures and whatnot. Have you ever been out? Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I
except the time that you wanted last time and went back home with the bus.
I have been out.
And not sending me pictures?
But not much. Even when I do my best, I feel guilty about things that were not done perfectly.
So when you finally tie up the desk and you see like the bunch of clothing in the corner, you feel guilty about the bunch of clothing.
Why do I feel guilty? It's about myself. I don't care. But let's say if I went to work and I didn't do everything perfectly, but I did my best. Okay, so I did my best. I did my absolute best. Do I feel guilty if it's not perfect? No. No. Okay, so maybe some. Do I feel guilty that it's not perfect? Yeah, a tiny sliver. Am I able to stop thinking about somewhat? I'm bored most of the time. I'm always bored, even when I'm doing stuff. I'm bored. I feel like I worry about things that other people don't even. Oh yeah. When someone I care about is sad, do I feel sad too? A little bit. A little bit. Like I don't really get. Okay, mostly true. Some people make me feel bad about myself, no matter what I do. No? Well, I do. I make me feel bad about myself.
That's some people, isn't it?
No, that's completely false, because people don't really talk down to me. Everything I try to do, well...
How much have you been trying to do?
That's the thing. Not much. So it hasn't actually ended in failure. Well, my school years ended in failure. Yeah.
Did you really try though?
Oh, I didn't actually try. I actually did the opposite.
Exactly.
I tried to avoid it. So actually it was a success. That's
also
a success.
Not a good thing.
Yay, I succeeded at something, man.
You also had like problems with cables on your new setup. That's the only thing that you really.
Yeah, but it
tried to
didn't
do.
end in failure. I actually fixed it. So.
So mostly false then at least.
Yeah. I am not satisfied with my work unless someone else. Oh, that's completely false. I can be completely satisfied. Oh, ooh! I'm 59.
I'm better than mine at least.
Ooh, I have IQ.
I don't even remember what my number was.
I'm so smart. I don't remember either. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Let's do borderline personality test.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Well, I actually do know. I love psychology, so I know. But okay. Let's do yours first.
Okay.
23-year-old female.
Female.
Excuse me. I was just gonna scroll down, but
you don't scroll down by clicking.
I nearly always feel empty. Like nothing really matters to me.
I don't know.
Agree, neutral, disagree. It's clearly not strongly.
I nearly always disagree.
Yeah, like you always.
I do feel stuff.
So mixed feeling.
Disagree.
Disagree.
Yeah.
I find that I often do one or more of the following: drive recklessly, engage in unsafe sex, abuse alcohol or drugs, binge eat, gamble, spend money recklessly. Oh, where do we even start?
Say, well, it's not drugs is the only thing, and gamble is not the thing. But
you have a cider over there. That's
I didn't say
bad.
I said drugs. I didn't say alcohol.
Alcohol is kind of drugs. Okay, but that's the same thing.
Often do more of the following. I don't abuse alcohol though.
Yeah, but you don't have to do everything. It's like you have some things that you do. These are just examples.
I agree. How often? I agree.
You spend money.
I'd say agree.
Yeah.
I'd say agree.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes when I'm stressed out, especially if someone has abandoned me, I can get very paranoid.
Oh yeah.
Feel myself spacing out or dissociate.
Oh yeah, strongly. Oh yeah. I'm paranoid.
I often idolize others, especially when I first meet them, and feel comfortable sharing the most intimate details with them, but I often feel that the same people don't care enough and aren't there enough for me.
I'm pretty much open if anyone asks about anything, but no one comes up to me and asks stuff, so no one will ever know.
Agree?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, agree. I sometimes feel very angry, extremely sarcastic and bitter, and feel like I have a hard time controlling this anger.
I'm sometimes very angry. I disagree.
Disagree?
Yeah.
I have engaged in self-mutilating, self-harm, suicidal behaviors, gestures, or threats.
I strongly disagree. I have threatened about running away, but that didn't happen.
Not killing yourself?
No, never.
I often experience sudden shift in the way that I look at myself and my life, and completely change my goals, values, and career focus.
I don't change, really. I said disagree. Because I do I do feel like, okay, now I'm on the track to down there, and I was like, no, I want to change. I want to start working out. I want to start eating healthy. Let's do it.
So, but most of it doesn't happen. It's like, does your view of yourself change?
I suddenly realized that I'm doomed, and I want to not be that. So let's say neutral. Neutral? Yeah.
Because sometimes you feel like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm often afraid that others will abandon and leave me. So I'll make frantic efforts to avoid this abandonment, even when it's not real.
Well, I feel everything of that is real, so...
Strongly agree.
Well, yeah, everyone has left me this...
Agree. There is no discussing that one. My mood can shift between extreme periods of anxiety, depression, and irritability in just a few hours or days.
Yeah.
Yeah, where on the...
it's either agree or strongly agree.
Agree?
No, I'm paranoid. Yeah, strong
So
angry.
you can like suddenly you can just get really angry or irritable, or
Not irritable, but sad.
it just like
I get
clicks
sad.
and then something happens and then you just.
That can happen.
My
And
views
we
of
can
others,
shift them.
especially those I care about, can shift dramatically without any warning.
My views of others.
Yeah, like the people you know, especially those I care about.
Well, the
Like
thing
your
is
parents, like one time you're really happy and you're having a good time, and then suddenly you just hate them, or your friends.
I can be
or...
happy, and then people talk to me, and then I just get really annoyed and hate them. But it's not their view of them. It's
like the view change, not just your mood towards them, but
my view of others, especially
Yeah,
those
your
I care
view
about,
of
can
them.
shift dramatically, and without it, I would say no. The view of them, it's pretty set. Unless you really if you poke me enough with a knife, I'll eventually step away.
So strongly or disagree?
As I strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, because it takes me forever to actually take a step back myself. I would fight until the very end, and after that, I give up.
I would say most of my romantic relationships have been very intense, but not very stable. Well, I guess that is kind of difficult to.
Most of my one relationship, yeah.
I would say most of my one relationship have been very intense, but not very stable. Well, we're kind of unstable people.
It was more intense. As in, we saw each other every day, basically. Every time you had the possibility, you came over.
Yeah, it's always like that, though. Early on. I would say most of my relationships have been very intense, but not very stable. Well, it's kind of stable, I think.
That's good to hear.
Well, isn't it?
I think.
Isn't it?
So,
I'm sure it is.
Okay, you answer this one then.
Well, I have to answer for you.
Well, you're the one I'm in a relationship with.
Yeah, but it's so difficult when you have nothing to compare it to. But not very stable. Well, when
It depends what they mean unstable.
I think that's like, on again, off again, on again, off again.
Yeah. I wish you could send hearts, but like we don't see other people, so I don't know.
Disagree. Strongly disagree. Disagree.
Disagree at least.
Disagree. So it's a little unstable.
How long was it since last time I saw you?
Couple of months. Couple of months.
That's why a little.
Yeah, but that's because I am the way I am, though. And you just have to get used to it. I am currently experiencing enough problems in this area of my life that it's negatively impacting my ability to go to work, be with my friends.
Oh yeah.
Or have romantic relationships.
That's
so it's not about the romantic. It's about.
It's just communicating with other people, just living your life. I'd say yes.
So your anxiety and your self-image and so forth is hindering you to.
Yeah, because like with you, if I ask for something, I ramble on for like 5 more pages of text because I'm paranoid and
agree.
And also, like, I can't apply for. Can't get myself to apply for work and whatnot.
26, likely.
Yeah.
Likely. So okay, let's read.
You answer the self-report test in a way that considered with people who have been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. You suggest that these concerns may be an issue for you as well, and something that should seek out further assistance with the issue from a trained mental health professional at your earliest convenience. Well, I'm already on that.
So, okay, let's just read exactly what this is. Borderline personality disorder.
Can you read my eyes can't handle the light?
Characterized by a recurring, long, stranding pattern of having unstable relationship with others. Blah 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 blah.
I don't say that.
People with borderline personality disorder often swing from one emotion to another easily and quickly, and their self-image changes just as often.
No, that don't change at all.
So most likely you're like borderline.
What?
Because borderline is about this is about emotional, like swing in the mood and stuff. Like, so you go from one extreme to the other extreme.
I can. I was happy yesterday. No, as in, like, I'm thinking of work. Like, if I
were happy yesterday. Yeah,
well, sure. 2 days ago, I was almost collapsing and crying at my station. Yesterday, I was actually fine, just working normally, humming to myself songs while listening.
That's not normal.
That's how it can swing.
I nearly always feel empty. Strongly agree. I find that I often do I have driven without a license multiple times. I have engaged in unsafe sex multiple times. I have done drugs or alcohol.
Abuse.
Yeah, I have done that. I woke up with angry Russians in my room. That was a bad night. Binge eating.
Good to know.
Yeah. I binge eat. I spend money recklessly.
How many ice creams did you say you've gotten?
Strongly agree on that one. Sometimes when I'm stressed out, especially if someone has abandoned me, I can get very paranoid and feel, yup. I often idealize others, especially when I first meet them. But I often feel that these same people strongly agree. This is not looking good. I'm sometimes very angry, extremely sarcastic. Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I have a hard time controlling this anger. Yeah.
Portal.
Yeah.
Dot.
Yeah. I have engaged in self-mutilating, self-harm, or suicidal behaviors, gestures, or threats. I have threatened with killing myself. Multiple times. But that's the only thing. I never actually wanted to do it. But I've used that as a threat to
so kind of like an empty
get
threat,
others
then?
to change their mind. Like that would help. What would that be?
When I start saying that, then you should be really worried. Then I should go into mental hospital at once.
Oh yeah, because I just say anything.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
you don't usually say stuff you don't mean.
Yeah.
I'm engaged in agree because I've threatened a lot of times. Not a lot, but I
don't know. It's like agree. Then you're on it. Then you're kind of ready to actually
neutral,
do it.
Mixed feelings.
Yeah,
probably.
I'd say that.
I often experience sudden shifts in the way I look at my life and my career focus. Yeah. Pretty much change from day to day. Mm-hmm. I am often afraid that others will abandon or leave me, so I'll make frantic efforts to avoid this, like threatening with killing myself. Yeah. Even when it's not real. Agree.
So I'm not that afraid that I will leave then?
Oh, no. Because you're afraid of that, so then I can just relax. I'm often afraid that no, agree. My mood can shift between extreme periods of excitement in just a few hours. You remember when I asked you how you felt after watching comedies?
Yeah, you never answered back.
Yeah, I never answered back.
Why?
So it took like maybe a second, and suddenly I was laughing at the comedy, and when it was over, I was like, yeah, that was a good movie. And then suddenly, like 1 second later, I was like, oh no, strongly agree.
But why did you?
No, that's the other question. Oh, that can change in seconds, so my mood can go from like happy to anxiety in just a few seconds. When just something, a tiny thing can trigger it. My views of others, especially. Ooh, I'm not gonna call out my father and my mother on this, but yes.
But do they change, or do you always dislike, or do you always like, or do you?
No, views can change.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'm sitting there with my father, having a good time, and then other times.
That's how I think it is for mostly everyone.
But it's not just my parents, though. It's everybody. Everybody, including you. Yes.
Mm.
So I'm not discriminating against you. My view of you changes too.
From really annoying
this is
to
not looking good. My views of other, yeah.
Without any warnings.
I have to think about some other people than my parents, though.
Like, is
because
it triggers?
Everyone can.
Do you have triggers that makes you do it, or is it just randomly?
No, it's
because that is without any warning.
Yeah.
Because if it's triggers, then it is a warning. I'd say.
I'll say agree. Because it can be. Because I remember when I used to work, my colleagues, sometimes I would be just fine with them. And other times I would just be so annoyed even before I even came to work. I was like, oh, fuck this person. So agree. Yeah. I would say most of my romantic relationships have been very intense, but not very stable. Well, this is... I can actually have...
you have a little bit more reference than I...
Not very stable. Well... I have to say strongly agree with that one.
Most of the relationships?
Not very stable. Well, that's me. I'm not very stable. I am currently experiencing enough problems in this area of my life, negatively impacting my go to work, friends, family, everyone.
Hello. It's not
Someone's calling me. Who is it?
Well, it's not me. I'm sitting here.
It's my mother. I'll text her.
Don't want to answer live? Speaking English?
I'll just answer no. She's probably asking if I'm coming home.
Probably.
So I just... I'm currently experiencing enough problem. Agree. You know, I have a tendency to take my time with actually meeting people or actually applying for work or actually do stuff.
Yeah. It's not the most romantic of relationship, you could say.
Oh, I'm not romantic at all. I am not romantic at all.
No, you're about a little bit.
Yeah, but...
Says one that has never experienced anything.
Oh, I'm not romantic at all.
No, I wish you could celebrate a little bit more. How is this gonna go, you think? 44?
Ooh.
What did I get? I got worse. I was likely, I think.
Yeah, you were 25 or something yet.
Yeah.
Will it?
You were going to call me out on this personality test. You're calling yourself out more than anything. The harder one, we knew.
Yeah. Well, you see...
What?
Nothing. Nothing.
So you should then take contact with psychologists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is why I actually have been trying to get a psychologist.
Good.
You see?
I'll try to help.
You see, I have taken this test before, Rachel.
And you're surprised by the result?
I'm not surprised at all. Because I know that is most likely a problem. That is actually why I want to go to a shrink. Because I want to know. And I need someone to help me.
That's why I'm kind of disappointed that I get nothing proven.
The thing, if I go, I can't go and say that I want to take a test like that.
You can.
Nah.
I said I wanted to. And they sent me to the DPS.
Because no. I would just go there to study people.
No, you can say that you want to do. You don't study.
I would just sit there and analyze the psychologist. That is what I would do.
The DPS, you're answered questions and you answer. It's like the test here.
Yeah, but only real. Right?
What?
What kind of testing do they do? Is it a shrink asking you questions, giving you like alternatives, or you just talk? Because if it's like this, like on a scale, I don't really think it's a proper test.
It's combined.
I think a shrink should be filling it out for you after asking you questions.
It's
I
a little
think
combined, but it's
the shrink should
pretty
have the
obvious.
test in front of them, and they are talking to you. You know, kind of like if I
Yeah,
have the test in front of me, and I'm
that's
asking
what
you.
yeah, that's what they do. You don't
Yeah.
get the form. They ask you questions
Yeah.
and you fill in. If they're not
And
satisfied, they ask more.
they just ask a question. They don't give you like
They
on
don't.
a scale from 1 to 10. Like,
Well, they can ask like, okay, how often have you felt useless throughout the week or something, and you can say like,
every day.
exactly. Well, it's like that.
Okay.
It can kind of scale it on your own.
Any other interesting tests?
I don't know.
ADHD. Let's just take it.
Okay.
Just for fun. We are 24 years old.
Yeah.
We are both male and female,
Non-binary.
so non-binary. Well, I think that's going to skew the test, maybe.
No, it's fine.
No, I'll just do me. Because I know what the answer is going to be. No, I have not been diagnosed. How often do you feel difficulty sustaining your attention while doing focus? How often? Sometimes. How often are you easily distracted by external stimuli? Unrelated thought. Rarely. Sometimes. Oh, that's rarely. Okay, that's rarely. Okay. How often do you avoid, dislike, or reluctant to engage in tasks that require sustained mental effort and thought? I actually like that. I like that. How often do you have trouble listening to someone? Never. How often do you feel difficulty in organizing an activity task can you get done? A poor time management. Oh yes. Fails to meet deadline. Oh yes. I had to stay. We were knitting. In 4th grade, we were knitting a figure, and it was like this big.
Yeah.
We were knitting. I had to. The last day, I came and I had just knit like half of it, so I had to stay at school. My teacher sat there and helped me actually finishing it. And the same thing. What was the where you do the finger things? What is it called? Like
Finger knitting. I don't know what's in English. Finger knitting?
Yeah, something like that. And that was the same problem. We was just gonna like long row and just make a circle like a sun.
Mm.
So it's just basically.
That's so easy.
Yeah, it should have been.
That's so easy.
But I had to stay in school and finish it.
Me and one in my me and one in my class, we made this ball, and we just extended, and it's like this thin of a thread, and the ball is like this big. After a while, I was the only one who had a backpack big enough to bring it back and forth to school.
God.
I think I still have it somewhere.
Wow.
Order.
Of course you still have it. How often do you have difficulty? What was the question? Oh, often. How often do you fail to give close attention to details, make careless mistakes, and things such as schoolwork, art? Oh, I never do things carelessly. I'm usually too perfectionist to do that.
So how was your grades at school?
Oh, my grades were awful. But that's because I didn't care.
At schoolwork.
But
schoolwork, you just said that
Yeah.
you didn't get things done and you have to sit after school.
Yeah, but it's such as
And careless
school, at
mistakes,
work,
not doing it.
during other activities. So if I'm doing something, I actually want to make it perfect. And I usually never finish it because it's never perfect. It was like that because if I wanted a 6 in school, I could get a 6. I did that when I wanted to. When I actually care, I could get a 6. That's easy.
I could not.
That was so easy. It wasn't perfect. Even though I got a 6, it wasn't perfect.
Well, if you get a 6, then
it's just about actually caring. Then I do it really good.
Yeah.
How often do you forget to do something that you do all the time, such as missing an appointment, paying a bill? Rarely. I only forget a bill every now and then. I may forget appointments now and then. Sometimes. Because that is why I do not have a driver's license. I fell asleep when I was going to take my...
I fell asleep as well today, but I still managed to get to my hairdresser.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. What? Why are these highlighted?
I don't know. Maybe they're more important.
How often do you lose, misplace, or damage something that necessarily... No. That's necessary in order to get things done. Oh, I never lose stuff. How often do you have trouble following through on instructions and failing to finish schoolwork? I don't do much schoolwork for some reason. Chores and duties in the workplace. I do that. I do have trouble following through on instructions because I don't like instructions. I have a tendency to want to do the opposite when I get instructions. How often are you unable to play or engage in leisurely activities quietly? Never. I can be quiet.
Activity.
I can be quiet. Yeah. How often are you unable to play or engage in leisurely activity quietly? I can be quiet. How often do you have difficulty waiting your turn? Never.
Ditto.
How often do you feel like you're on the go, acting as if you were driven by a motor? You're unable to be or uncomfortably being still for an extended period of time, such as in a restaurant or meeting. Well, if I'm in a restaurant or meeting, I know what kind of situation I'm in. So yeah. I'm expecting it. So, but when it's Christmas, oh, I hate sitting at the dinner table at Christmas. Oh, that's the worst. It's just garbage food and awful company. I'm sorry to say that, family, but yeah, that's what it is.
I'm sorry to say that I agree on my
behalf. I have
family.
Better things to do than spending time with my family. I'm sorry about that, but that's the truth.
Ditto.
And I would rather eat pizza than whatever we eat.
Fat that we eat too.
How often do you leave your seat in situations when remaining seated is expected? Like leaving your place in the office or workplace? Never. Well, I have sat behind the cash register for 3.5 years. I just sat there like for 8 hours. I didn't even go to the bathroom.
There was only one point that you went away once or didn't come to the cash register. Way in the beginning, before, like after we just said hello. They rang the bell because I was gonna buy something. And you said you saw me there, but you backed off. Because that was the point where we were just scared, both of us, and didn't dare go within 5 meters.
I guess I'll never. How often do you blurt out? Because if I wasn't in the cash register, I wouldn't have. If it was my task to be there, I would have been there.
I don't know.
So yeah.
You said you came when you left. So.
How often do you blurt out answers before the question has been completed? What kind of questions?
No, just random questions in a conversation. You
take this person to be your... Yes, I do. Like that?
For example, yeah. Like you know what the question is going to be, so you just like preemptively answer.
Did you kill your... Yes, I did.
This doesn't sound good
for me. Have you ever killed a cat? Yes, I have. I haven't, but I know people who has.
Like, me too, actually.
But not on purpose.
I know. Oh, the one I know, he did it on purpose.
What?
But that's because they had an overpopulation, so we took them as babies.
Whoa. Serial killer alert. Serial killer alert.
Oh, it's killing a lot of cats. They didn't fix their cats, so they just got babies and more babies, and they couldn't take care of all of them.
Part 3 of 3. Oh my! Why is this so extensive?
Well, you have done this before, you
How?
said, so.
No, not this one. Not because I know I don't have it, so there's no need to say.
No.
How often do you feel restless? All the fucking time. But that's because I don't do shit. That is why I feel restless. How often do you fidget with or tap your hands? Oh, I have restless leg syndrome. I don't know if you noticed. But everyone keeps telling me to let your feet just fucking stay on the ground. Stop tapping your feet and shaking your feet and legs.
Like the shape.
And I always have to have a stick of some kind.
I have my hair that I can.
I need a stick. I usually one of the mops you clean like floor or stuff with. I usually had one of those next to my bed, so I could just play with it when I was just laying in bed. Like a cat playing with something, you know, just laying there. So yeah, often. Why do you think I have the popsicle sticks on my desk? So I have
actual thing you haven't thrown out.
Yep.
Good to know. I also have
Because I
popsicle
need to
sticks.
fidget. How often do you find yourself talking excessively? Do I talk too much?
No, you don't talk enough in my book.
You think I talk too much?
No, I think you don't talk enough.
You think I talk too much?
No.
So never. How often do you interrupt? Oh, never.
No, you interrupt me.
You, yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you're talking bullshit sometimes.
What?
And I just need you to stop. Because I am trying to explain to you how
so rarely then.
I am trying to explain to you sometimes that you are being stupid and you're acting stupid. You know you're being stupid, but you just keep talking.
No, not always. No, keep
okay,
it on
rarely.
Yeah,
do sometimes.
do rarely, because you do interrupt me and tell me to shut up.
Yeah, because it's needed.
No.
Because when you get stupid, you just double down on it. You do that on purpose. I know you.
I don't do it on purpose.
No, maybe not.
I don't. I believe it 100%.
Not in the beginning.
If I start to doubt myself, then I become really quiet, because then I'm like, wait a minute, am I wrong? But if I believe I'm right, I'm gonna keep on going on until
if you're
I've
doing
proven
something
otherwise.
stupid, and I tell you you're doing something stupid, or you're being stupid, you just usually go on a rant and start talking.
Yeah, because like I'm explaining why it's not stupid. I'm explaining what I'm seeing for the reason.
That's what you're thinking, but you're actually explaining my side of the story. Like you were arguing against yourself, but you thought you were making your point, but you were actually making my point. I don't remember what we were arguing about.
No, me neither. But I remember you commented on that afterwards.
Yeah, because you actually argued against yourself without even knowing it. And I was trying to tell you that you were arguing against yourself, but you just kept going. No, I'm right on this. And it turns out no. Oh, that was adorable. Were several of the symptoms were several of the symptoms present prior to age 12? No way, man.
No.
Do the symptoms appear in at least 2 or more settings? What symptoms? No.
Talk
It's
too much,
usually
you
a
have
very
to
specific setting. When I get like restless and talking.
I'm always
19. Okay, I have symptoms.
Yeah. ADHD possible. I wouldn't say H, but ADD maybe. I wouldn't say that you have that much.
No, I don't have that at all, because that is more like my mental state that makes me restless.
Yeah. I am more in ADD.
I am not restless at all. Really, if I do stuff, I'm satisfied. So,
yes.
What do you want to do?
Should I go?
Well, you want it. Well, you have taken it, haven't you?
No, you took you first.
You took it for real, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we should go back. You should get your own results, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Or you want to keep my results? They were pretty good.
No, I'll do my own.
Good on this one. Okay, you can do this one yourself.
Okay, Femala 23. Turn that down. Actually, yes. Newly diagnosed, I was, but it was negative.
Yeah, but I newly diagnosed.
I don't know.
If it's negative, are you diagnosed?
I'd say yes, but like diagnosed positive or negative. But I would tested myself.
Yeah, but you weren't
Okay, fine.
diagnosed
No,
with
then.
it, so I said no.
Okay.
Because you don't have the
And
diagnosis.
often you have difficulty sustaining your attention while doing something for work. How do you do? Often do you have difficulty? Rarely, I'd say. I might. It depends on what. A fun activity. No, I'd say never. Conversation? Okay, really. I can trail off that. How often are you easily distracted by external sounds and whatnot? Never. I don't really get bothered by sounds. Should avoid or dislike or reluctant to engage in tasks that require sustained mental effort or thought. Avoid. I don't really avoid it.
How do you
I think.
avoid dislike or reluctant? So if it's a mental challenge in front of you, like you know it's going to be mentally demanding to do that.
No,
would you avoid it or would you like?
I'd say never, because I do sing and I pull out like.
You know it's going to be difficult and tiresome.
Yeah, I don't avoid that. That's acting for you.
Acting is easy.
Nah.
Oh yes it is.
Not necessarily.
Oh yes it is.
How often you have trouble listening to someone even when they're speaking directly to you? I'd say no.
I think so. No. When I'm trying to explain to you. When I try to explain something to you.
Like your mind is somewhere. It's not somewhere else. It's on the same thing. It's not like I'm not. It's not like I'm not listening. I'm somewhere else. No, I'd say never.
Okay.
I pay attention.
Okay,
if it's not like I really want to be somewhere else, but that's the situation it's on. No, my stream crashed. That's fine.
Woohoo!
How often do you have difficulty in organizing an activity or task needing to be done? Time management. I always meet deadlines. Time management. I'm pretty good at that if I don't fall asleep on the couch. Managing sequential tasks.
You have a lot of stuff to do, like cleaning and going to the hairdresser. Do you do that in time? Do you clean and tidy up in time? Do you go to the hairdresser in time?
It doesn't help.
Or do you get distracted?
I got to fall asleep.
Or do you get distracted and fall
asleep? I couldn't get distracted. I was just gonna rest my head for a couple of seconds and
yeah, because that's always
okay. Rarely then. Fine.
Rarely.
Yes.
How often do you fail to give close attention to details, or make careless mistakes in things such as schoolwork, at work, during other activities?
As I know, I don't do careless mistakes. I usually do, like I said, the best that I can.
7.
How often do you forget to do something you do all the time? I don't forget.
Rarely.
Paying the bills. I haven't missed a thing
but
yet.
you don't forget it. You just miss it.
Yeah, it's not on purpose. It's just like falling asleep without the alarm is not forgetting. I'd say.
Well, it's forgetting to put on the alarm.
Well, I didn't go to bed. I just lay down. I was planning on getting back up.
Yeah, sure you were.
Yeah, I said never.
You knew you were gonna fall asleep.
No, I didn't.
How often do you lose, misplace, or damage something that's necessary in order to get things done?
Never.
How often do you have trouble following through on instructions?
Never.
How often are you unable to play or engage in leisurely activities quietly?
No, I can be quiet.
Yes. How often do you have difficulty waiting your turn?
Never.
How often do you feel like you're on the go, driven by a motor? Being unable and uncomfortable being still?
I'd say sometimes, or often, I guess. I can't really sit still much.
Sometimes.
Animal Crossing has helped me, though, because I can actually relax now.
How often do you leave your seat in a situation when remaining seated is expected? Like
dinner,
the Shrink or
dinner
movie
table. I never leave the movie theater. I never leave the Shrink. Dinner table, I will run away as quick as possible.
So never.
Rarely, I guess. As like
dinner table doesn't count.
Birthdays. We celebrate my own birthday, and I'm like,
okay.
I want to leave this party. So like in the family situations, I'm gone if I can.
How often do you blurt out an answer? You do that sometimes.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah, and they're wrong, mostly.
What? Well, if you could finish that then.
No.
I say sometimes because my mom also like, no, that's not what I was supposed to say. I'm like, okay, fine then.
How often do you feel restless?
Like, you want to do something? I always want to do something. I can't sit still.
How often do you fidget?
Often.
You have a lot of stuff to fidget with.
Oh yeah, I have so many fidget spinners as well.
How often do you find yourself talking excessively?
Well, I speak to. I'm a streamer. I have to talk to myself.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you usually don't talk when you stream by yourself.
I
You have a
do.
tendency to sit there in the dark, like, really
It
far
depends
back
on my mood.
and playing,
It depends on my mood.
not
I'd
saying
say
anything.
sometimes.
Yeah, and when you talk, you talk. There's no stopping you when you talk.
If I do stupid
You
stuff.
just keep
After
going.
I fell down from that chopper, I had no words whatsoever.
Yeah, I could hear that.
I had
Even
nothing.
you understood.
I had nothing to say.
You finally understood.
I had nothing to say whatsoever.
You skipped the question.
And I
How
just
often
knew
do
this
you
one.
interrupt or intrude on others, such as
Butting?
into their
Into the
conversation and talking over what others are doing? Do you jump into other people's conversation and just blah, 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 blah?
No.
Those symptoms appear in at least 2 or more settings. So if it's like a party, it's not Morse, it's not yes.
2 more settings.
Like, are you...
I'd say yes, because at work I already said I had the mood swings. Like one day
it's
I can...
not about mood swings.
But symptoms like I'm restless, I can't stop. Oh, at work,
Yeah, you
I
feel like you
can't
need to
stop
do
doing
stuff.
stuff. At home as
So
well.
how often do you feel like you need to do stuff?
Always.
So
I always need something to be happening. If nothing is happening, I'm stressed out.
then it's probably yes.
Yeah, it's a yes. Definitely. 15. How did I get lower than you?
No.
ADHD symptoms? No ADHD.
I think we had about the same. I have 15 too.
I have symptoms. I don't know. Let's like
Yeah, so we're around the same.
how? I don't
But
understand. I don't understand why I'm not in that category. Because I cannot stop doing anything. I need to have always something running.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have ADHD.
I don't have the H. Still.
What's the difference?
H is the hyper. ADD is attention disorder. HD, your attention is bad and you are hyper and have to do things all the time, every time. I knew a guy once that had that and he could not sit still. And
you are hyper without the ADD. You are just the H.
I'm not hyper.
And you said you need stuff to happen all the time.
No, I don't need to do stuff all the time. I need stuff happening around me. I always need some background noise or watch something.
Oh, background noise is so annoying.
No, I have to.
So
if
annoying.
I don't have anything, I'll go nuts.
If there's a background noise, I'll go nuts.
I'm so used to it. Like they asked at work, like, "Oh, do you get annoyed or are you gonna be stressed out of all the sounds in the building?" I'm like, "No, I don't care. I couldn't care less."
Well, if it's there, it's
Because
expected.
there's a lot of machinery and stuff, so it's always loud at my workplace.
Yeah, well, it's not annoying when you're at work. Okay, it's annoying. I was humming to the freezers.
You were humming in tune with the freezers.
Yeah. I was sitting there like, oh my god. I can't stop it, so I'll just join in.
That's what I did with the ADHD kid in my school. Because he was bullying me. He was like biting me, throwing snowballs, following me. And one winter I'm like, can we be on the same side instead of against? And he ran away. I'm like, run after. For some reason I ran after. Don't ask me why. And then he was my friend for the next few years. The only friend I had at school after he left for specialty school because he had a lot of problems that he needed to be fixed.
What was his name?
I probably told you once. I don't
Does it start
remember.
with an S?
No.
Okay, it's not the same guy. Because I had a guy.
No, it's not the same one.
He broke the glass door in 5th grade. I was standing on this side. And I was trying to talk to him. And he was looking at me like, ah, and he just came full speed running at the door. And he broke the door, and then the teacher come and get him, and I just, whoa, what the fuck? And he was walking around the hallway spinning like a phone charger. and everything, and like trying to attack people, fighting people.
No,
He
my
was
guy wasn't that bad.
insane.
My guy wasn't that bad.
He wasn't when we went on a school trip too. Like, is that 9th grade when you go on a trip? I forgot what it's called in Norwegian even.
Poland trip.
Yeah, something like that.
What we had. The good thing is I had a Polish friend, so he was our translator on the trip. That's practical.
We went to like a military camp.
We went to the Auschwitz 1 and 2.
But we went to a military camp. It used to be an old military camp, but we were just staying there, like fishing and boating and kayaking and stuff.
Mm.
And he was running down the hallways, going insane and attacking people and banging on all the doors and taking the shower heads out of the shower and start.
I think that's more than just ADHD.
Oh, it must have been, but
it has to be more.
He had that too. Trust me, he had ADHD too. But there must have been something else. Yes.
Yeah, there has to be. Yeah.
Oh yes, he was insane.
Yeah. No, what's the most dramatic thing you've ever experienced? Like the one serious thing where actually people could have gotten hurt or just something.
Probably on a boat. Running out of fuel in 5-meter high waves. And you see like the rocks in the water. And you see like the Coast Guard just driving past you and you're waving with all you have, and yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I'd say that will make one scared. Yeah.
I saw another test here that we should take.
Have I told you what mine? I might have. I don't know. Back in elementary, my little bit crazy friend, when I was over at his place one day, he and his brother were always play fighting and whatnot, and suddenly my friend draws a kitchen knife at his older brother. Luckily, Mom steps in and gets the conversation calmed down again, and then he comes back to me and me playing Nintendogs, and he just leaning over like the couch like, oh yeah, what you doing? I'm like, I'm playing this and doing this. Okay, yeah, this is
you
fun.
Just threaten your brother with a knife.
That was my best friend at that time, and I also had the same another fight over there, so I don't remember if it was before or after. Just like the older brother having the little one in the headlock, and the little brother's throwing this brother's shoe down in the ditch, and the older brother asked me to go get it. My friend said like, no, don't do it. I'm like, I went and got it, because no.
No. Oh, I have a lot of boat stories. I was in like this little tiny rubber boat with my little engine on the back, alone on the water in Sweden.
Sweden?
And there was this huge ass ferry. Just like, it went really fast. It was one of the speed ferries things, and it just came towards me, and I couldn't start the fucking engine, and I saw it coming, and I was like, "Oh,
then you can at least paddle a little bit if it's just rubber." You
can
use
no,
your arms.
I couldn't. The ferry was really wide. It was a catamaran. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
So it has the hole in the middle, and I was like thinking, okay, if I
aim
just
for
stay
the
still and I'll just aim for the hole. But I was trying the hardest I could to pull the thing, and it was like, I don't know, 100 meters.
Did you manage to get away? Well, yeah. Where did you go in between?
Yeah, I just went to the side.
Okay.
Started just in time. That was pretty scary. Anything else? My father fell asleep behind a wheel. We were on vacation, and he drove over. There was like a cliff on this side, and the mountain on that side. That was scary, but we shook him enough. Have anyone ever threatened someone with something? I have been threatened with a knife. Isn't that scary?
Well, if you thought they were actually going to stab you.
Oh yes, he was.
Like, if I stand here with a knife and threaten you, do you really do you think I'm gonna cut you?
No, but there was a different circumstances.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I have been threatened with a knife, and I watched my back carefully. Most would describe me as charming and nonchalant. I can turn my charm on and off like a faucet. Can I do that?
Nonchalant? Yeah, I guess so.
I could turn when at work. I could just turn it on when I was going to work. I could have a conversation, but if I was in like civilian clothing, I can have a fucking conversation. Or I could if I was really trying.
Flashback to the conversation earlier today.
This describes me somewhat. Yeah, I can turn my charm on. I do what I want when I want at the moment. Regardless of what others want. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that on myself for that one.
If something goes wrong or turns out badly, it's not my fault. See, I've gotten into legal or criminal trouble as an adult. No, not as an adult.
Not just spitting. Did you get into trouble as young?
No. Not me.
You didn't get in trouble. You did it without getting in trouble.
Well, I have been speeding and I have been illegally parked, but I haven't gotten a ticket and I don't have a driver's license.
But speeding and parking ticket is not even valid.
Have I broken the law? Yes. But have I gotten into legal trouble? No. Because I wasn't caught. So
not a good thing. Well, you're lucky no one watches this stream anyway.
Well, does that mean not me?
Trouble.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into legal trouble.
Have you gotten into legal trouble?
But I have broken the law on multiple occasions. Well, I have not gotten into legal trouble, so that's not me. That's the question. I'll answer the question.
Yeah, and you said like speeding. That doesn't count in this one.
I'm just easily the best at what I do. Well, I don't do shit, so what would that be? Bar none. Nobody could ever take my place.
Well, you complain about my OBS thing. Wrong. You complain about my OBS not being perfect.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. Because everybody can fix that. Except for you, apparently.
I cannot. Well, Leon installed that one, so I trust him.
Yeah, why did he do that?
It was the wrong one. It was a couple of years ago. Maybe it's the one that you have did not exist.
Yes, it always exists.
No, it doesn't.
64-bit and 32-bit are completely different.
I don't know.
I do whatever I feel like
doing.
Well,
actually, I think I installed it.
I don't care what others think. Even that's not me. If it's illegal, I would probably think twice about doing it. But I would probably do it anyway.
If it's illegal?
But if my mother... Like, what do my mom think? She doesn't like if I drive the car when I'm not allowed to.
So unless there's someone else with a driver's license beside you then?
So not me. Every person for themselves. I don't see the point of feeling sorry for other people and have no desire to help others. That's not me. I got into legal or criminal trouble when I was a teenager.
Well, you said it's not illegal. Waking up with a bunch of Russians.
That was legal trouble.
That doesn't sound legal.
I had to pay for some broken stuff in the room, but that was about it. So that's not legal trouble. I haven't been in legal trouble. I have no problem or concern in lying in order to get what I want.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, you lie to me all the time, so.
What? Yeah, it's a different kind of that's innocent lies. Live in the moment is what I say. The future will take care of itself. Well, it will take care of itself.
Live in the moment, not live.
It says live. It says live.
What's the difference of spelling between live and live?
Nothing. Look, it says live right there.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, we can open OBS then. Look, live. You see?
Yeah, fine. Just keep it up. It's immediate response of what you do.
I don't care. Live in a moment is what I say. The future will take care of itself, but it will not take care of me. Learning from your past is pointless. I live in a moment, but I learn from my past. I never feel remorse. That is wrong. I feel shame. I don't feel shame, but I feel remorse. I feel guilt sometimes. When I've said it, we're done. Well, I do feel it, so it's not me. I don't see the point of taking responsibility.
Of any kind. They'll just be done. It feels like yes. Because like you said, you're never going to get an animal because it's responsibility.
I hate responsibility. It's the worst thing ever. Why the fuck would I want responsibility?
That's just life.
Am I a psychopath? No. No psychopathic tendencies.
Oh, is this a test for psychopath?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Yeah, well, it was a good.
Yeah.
It was a good score.
You got 7 though.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
I am not a
So my
psychopath.
turn then?
Yes.
Okay.
Oop. Maybe
Throw
I will
down my
regret.
workstation.
I will regret that if you're a psychopath.
So
Age. You have to type in age.
it's none.
Yes, I am a.
Oh, that's the age.
Yes, the long
Gotcha.
one.
I pressed female. As charming or nonchalant?
You can turn your
I'd say
charm on.
no.
I would agree with that. I have never seen you like turn your charm on.
If I'm with kids and people that
Kids doesn't get.
if I'm on the phone or if I'm talking to someone I'm really uncomfortable talking with, then I'll turn on the charm. Then I'm
But
right here,
it's
like yeah, let's do that. And then
you can give people a hug and just random you know, touch people when you're
what?
touching their shoulder when you talking in a conversation and be like really friendly.
I don't do that.
No, so it's not you. Nonchalant. You don't care what other people think. You just turn on your charm and just go with it. Make sure they like you.
I'd say
No, I have never seen you turn on your charm.
No, because I never talk. Don't you hear my pitch every time I talk to someone I don't know? It always goes up, and that's basically me turning on my charm.
Yeah, that's not turning on your no.
Yeah, that's putting on a mask, not showing myself, being uncomfortable.
But that is not turning on the charm.
Okay.
Hiding who you are is not turning on the charm.
I'm doing it unintentional though. I do what I want when I want it
at the moment. The impulse strikes me.
Yeah, I do that.
If something goes wrong, it's your fault.
In the middle.
It's not your fault. If something goes wrong and turns badly, it's not my fault.
I blame myself a lot, but it's not only me. I know I'm doing my best, but my best is not always good enough. So I'd say middle.
Sure. I got anything illegal?
Nope.
I'm usually the best at what I do, bar none.
Nope.
I do whatever I feel like doing.
No, anyone
I
can
don't
take
care
my
what
place.
others think. Or
What?
even if it's illegal.
No.
Would you break the law no matter what people would think?
No, I don't want to break the law, just in general.
Would you kill a little child? Even if it's illegal and people will judge you?
No.
Next.
Well, if the baby threatens my life, then maybe.
Every person for themselves. I don't see the point feeling sorry for other people. I have no desire to help others.
I'm in the middle. I don't ever read news because I don't want to hear of all the pessimistic stuff around it.
Was that what you were gonna say?
All the pessimistic stuff like happening in the world, and like we're too many humans anyway. So I'd say in the middle. I want to help, but I'm not gonna.
It's not feeling sorry for people in Africa, Rachel. People around you.
People around me I want to help.
Yeah, it's a psychopath. So that's the immediate surroundings. So every person, if a friend of you is having trouble,
A friend I'd help. I'll do what I can to help.
Yeah.
Even though I'm
So that's
pretty
not
much
you.
useless.
I'm not. It's not like a psychopath.
The family though, the household is not that good.
Oh, that's a different.
Because
That's
still my surroundings.
You would try to help. You would. So I would say not me on that one. If I was you.
Sorry for other people.
Like, you have no desire to help others. You have absolutely no desire to help others.
I have a desire, but I know with myself I'm never going to do it because no.
Yeah, so you have the desire, so that's not you.
I don't know.
Click, not you.
You do think I'm a better
You
person
are
than I
not
do.
a psychopath. I've gotten into legal. Nope.
Nope.
I have no problem in lying to get what I want.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't lie. If I lie, you'll hear it.
You never lie to your mother?
No. Well, I do actually. It's white lies.
Like me to you.
Like,
Live in the moment.
Like white lies, like she wants me to clean my hands every time before I get in the door at home. Just use antibiotics, whatnot. I don't know what it's called. Antibac. From the car before I touch the door handle. And I forget and I say I did it. That's the sort of lies that I tell.
Yeah, and then she get corona and dies. What will you say then? Live in the moment is what I say. The future will take care of itself, and learning from your past is pointless.
It's in the middle. I don't think the future will take care of itself.
How do you learn from your past?
I'm learning.
From your past.
I'm learning. It's not pointless though.
I never feel remorse, shame, or guilt about something I've said or done.
No, I feel remorse. I have hurt everyone that I ever know.
I don't see the point of taking responsibility of any kind. They just weigh you down, don't they?
No.
You want responsibilities? Really?
Yeah. It depends on what type of responsibility.
That's impressive.
I'm committed to whatever I set out to do. Although I'm bad at everything.
I should be a king. Because then I wouldn't have to do shit.
No, you have to pay attention to everything that happens.
Do you think the king will stand on the balcony this year? Will he even bother?
Well, the balcony is safe. The balcony is far away from people.
Yeah, but there's no people there.
There might be.
No.
Maybe. Who knows? It's 5.
Well,
I have less than you.
You're less of a psychopath.
I'm less. It's because what you said earlier today. Isolation. I've been living in basically isolation my whole life. I have never gone out and done anything much. I had school.
And if you were a psychopath, you wouldn't be living here. Probably not.
I'm more within like depression than the path of the psychopath.
What? Yeah. Let's turn up the speed on this thing.
640. And the mouse is somewhere else.
This is what it's supposed to be like. But your pad here is wrong.
Yeah, I use this usually.
Oh, that's even worse.
What? That's a normal pad.
It's even worse.
See, it's me. It's that as well.
So, that is where we're ending it then.
Yeah, probably. We're overtime, so.
A lot overtime. So, Rachel will do her outro.
So, I'll say thank you. It's not a playing though. Thank you for taking the tests with me.
Took too long. We stopped.